Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Wendell and Wild. So this is really exciting. Jordan Peele and Henry Selick working together. Henry Selick, of course, has done all of these great stop motion animated films in the past. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Coraline. He worked on Fantastic Mr. Fox as well. So it's great to see him back. And then working with Jordan Peele, who has made some amazing movies as well. It's just such a cool combo, such an exciting combo. And it's also great to see Key and Peele working together on this as well. They're both going to be like a comedic duo in this a little bit too. And I know this has like some very spooky vibes. It's kind of going down the Coraline route as well, where it's a bit spooky, a bit mysterious, so it's really exciting. So before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there you can find 1 week early access. You can also find polls so you can vote for what's next, and you can find a full-length timer-based version of this where you just sync up your own footage and you can watch along with me. So yeah, let's just jump right in. Oh yeah, this is Jordan Peele's Monkey Paw. I can't remember if the opening of Nope, if that was stop motion when they did that, or did they make a bespoke one for this film?
My library is set for the year. Time to go, Cat.
Okay.
Before you put Mr. Fozzie out of business.
Daddy!
You can see on the mum, they kind of have the line on the nose where they install the different mouths, don't they? Sometimes films, they'll go in and like digitally fix that, but I decided to leave that in. Oh!
Watch out!
Oh!
Aren't you coming?
Right behind you, baby.
So she lost both of her parents when she was a kid, okay. I do wonder how they did the water there, because it looks like it's just like a filter almost. Because I know with Aardman, with Flushed Away, that's why they made it CG, because of how much water there was.
I'm your host, Buffalo Belzer, and this is the Scream Fair.
He just like eats souls, okay. It's a great song. The souls are cool. They look like they're like paper. Oh yeah. It's all paper craft.
This place
Is any of this CG? I feel like some of it looks like maybe it's a mix, or is it all completely stop motion? Obviously they have to do some stuff with the backgrounds, like green screen the backgrounds or something. Like that teapot, that looked like an actual model that they'd made. It's cool, they kind of got their faces almost like flat, the way they've done them. And you can actually kind of see the resemblance of Key and Peele here, can't you?
Need I remind you? It's your fault. Belzer put us in jail for treason.
So Belzer as in Beelzebub kind of thing.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna throttle you from here to next to... Oh, hey, you're right. That does feel kind of good.
I love how exaggerated the designs are. Like Wendell's neck, that's ridiculous.
I'm having a vision. Wild?
A vision of Cat, okay.
Oh, real. Freaky.
That's cool.
With my folks dead, the next 5 years were hell.
Oh, is she like in juvie or something?
I got a do-over at this fancy girls' school, RBC. Only problem...
This is the bridge, yeah.
I will come to river.
And they still haven't fixed that all those years later.
Come to river. Wash my soul.
Yeah, even the driver knows. That was cool, the reflection in her eyes.
Dad's brewery.
Oh yeah, I guess it was just all abandoned and eventually got burnt.
It was at your parents' memorial.
Was anyone hurt?
It was bad.
What happened? Like just the workers because they've got no income anymore, or like obviously when something's been abandoned for a long time, but that didn't sound like that was what happened.
What's this Clax Corp?
Big corporation swooping in, maybe? Clax Corp.
Good memories, they can hurt the most.
Yeah. I'm not liking the name Clax Corp, especially with it's being spelt with a K. Oh, I love that. That camera movement was great.
I promised you would behave.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
Oh, look at that. The felt as well. That's nice.
RBC girls. Don't be shy, Catherine Kaniqua Elliott.
It's Cat.
Oh, they already know her name.
Let's get you moved in.
Hey, don't touch.
What is it?
Are they being like too nice at the start here though, or something? Oh! Oh, she can see the future or something? Or was that Wendell and Wild influencing that somehow?
Let go of me.
Yeah, it seems like Siobhan and Sweetie, they might be like being too nice to her at the start, and it's just a front.
But I have a feeling KK's the best thing to happen here in a long time.
Maybe I'm just being too judgmental.
My door is always open.
Oh, is this? Oh, it was the voice actor. Gong Gong from Everything Everywhere.
Welcome to RBC girls.
You should have broke your back.
God willing, we're going to break the cycle.
That wasn't really her fault anyway.
This school's in trouble, isn't it? You need that break the cycle money.
Oh, of course. Yeah, okay. They wouldn't just let anyone into a private school like that without reason. Especially if she's got a juvie record. Hey, at least she's got this room to herself. It's better than sharing if the 3 other people were there as well. I love that the radiator, that's really cool. Playful, how it's all going up and down differently. Yeah, this school just isn't her aesthetic, is it? But she can adapt.
Huh. You're the assassin. I don't do friends, Raul. Bad things happen to people I'm close to.
Like what?
Oh, does she believes she's cursed because of everything with her parents, and like literally just what happened with Siobhan. That was a close call. And she probably has some experiences in juvie too. Okay, something going on with that janitor.
Holy biscuits.
That's cool. It's like that video of that cuttlefish that makes itself look like other fish. That's really cool.
It's mollusk.
You know, she's got a bit of curiosity. Maybe she's willing to learn, given the right environment. Something spooky.
Slow, deep breaths, Cat.
It's nice, you know, they're actually helping her. They're not just like instantly blaming her for something going wrong. Oh, she's been that marked.
The mark proves that you're special, Cat, but it has to be our secret.
It seems like she knows a bit more, this teacher.
It's none of your business, Ramona. I'm sorry, Raul. I keep forgetting.
Oh, okay. He's trans. I was wondering when I saw him. I was like, this is an all-girls school, but yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It's a bear's a bubble.
You've got a handmaiden.
That's the girl in our vision.
Yeah, they're like connected to her somehow.
I marked her hand so you'll know.
Marked her hand.
Rejoice.
I really liked the animation on the liquid there when they were taking it out of the pod. It reminded me of like those little alien jelly things that you get in the eggs.
Stick it to the man. Yes, not so loud, but right under his nose.
Literally. So yeah, they're gonna be going up into the human world.
Not optimistic. God can't bribe them, and they're too clever.
He's supposed to be Boris. Look at him.
Sweet Siobhan told Mummy all about her.
Oh, Siobhan's parents. Yeah, the English accents make sense.
The night of the brewery fire.
Bobby's clocks.
Oh. Do they have something to do with the brewery fire?
Drowning is so peaceful.
Damn, yeah, they just fully killed him.
But I am your top earning paralegal. My success rate is higher than anyone on staff.
Everything's just falling apart since Clax Corp has come in. How is she's investigating it?
I know the Claxons are dangerous, but if I can link them to the fire...
There's a big death toll in the fire as well. Yeah, there seems to be some bigger conspiracy going on here. Maybe even who she works for has ties to Clax Corp. Oh, he can project from there onto his roof. That's cool. Oh, and then painting his roof. So he just used that as a projector for a mural or something. Loving the soundtrack so far as well. Yeah, it's like a skull, isn't it?
What, baby?
Oh, and she blames herself for distracting them. Yeah, probably. That must be it.
Who are you? What are you doing in my dream?
Oh, this is them here. I like this, how in the vision they're a bit more, like, deformed.
Only thing I want is my parents. And they're dead.
Uh-huh. Conference.
Can they actually do that?
Well, we do know how to lie.
Of course.
No problemo. That's right. You do your bit.
Yeah, you see how the clay is kind of like, is really cool.
Find Beelzebub.
What's a Beelzebub?
Find hell maidens for demons. Found you for us. Well, it marked your hand so we'd know.
Then what?
So she's got to take that octopus up to the graveyard at the next full moon. How is she actually going to steal this octopus? Because, I mean, I know octopuses, they can come out of water for a bit, but they have to be in water at least a little bit, right? They'll dry out. No. I love her eyes as well. It's like her eyes actually have a bit of a 3D effect. Her irises are slightly elevated from the whites of her eyes. Just noticed that. It reminds me a bit of the buttons from Coraline.
Beelzebub?
Oh, okay, so it wasn't the octopus. I was mistaken. And she's getting those visions again. That's cool. Thief. Oh.
Come back here!
He's calling the sister a thief. Okay.
You should have returned it. Now we'll both be in the dark.
So they're making him seem quite sinister, but I feel like he probably actually has good intentions.
Say my name. Say my name.
Trying to figure out the voice actor for Belzer as well, actually. It sounds very familiar.
Remember that rich soul of the dang? What, the Nigerian prince? Yeah.
Yeah, just get a Nigerian prince to play for it. Oh yeah, what's that done to that? They bring it back to life, really? That means they have a way to bring people back to life, so they can actually feel their end of the deal.
Do it again.
Yeah, they don't have to have the lie revealed later on then, I guess.
Yeah, sure, only that was just a tick. We need to test the cream on...
Yeah, you gotta make sure it works with like souls and things. You know, if Kat's parents have been dead that long, have their souls already like gone and been eaten by Belzar or whatever? Oh, does Gabby the goat know something's up?
Not KK. Not my custom.
Time to say goodbye, KK.
Fine.
Yeah, she's kind of always struggled with the closure.
You were a poodle too.
I tried to be, but
He just wasn't him, yeah.
Siobhan's okay, considering her parents.
Her parents.
The Claxons. Clax Corp.
Yeah, it seems very intentional that Klaxon is spelled KL. It was like, even that sentence, Klaxon, Klax Corp, there's 3 Ks there, you know?
Hand me to the Hell Maiden.
Hell Maiden?
Yeah, this isn't good, especially that she's going to a Catholic school.
Aperire portas.
Love the spinning camera. And is this the same, like, we had that child's voice before? We heard that child's voice before when it was that pink blob. I wonder if maybe that has a more sinister plan. Maybe that's the true bad guy in this or something. Oh, the cross-section, look at all these fossils. A Viking ship. That cross-section was cool. Oh! They get directed the wrong way. Okay.
We're here! Woo!
And look, Wild's design, yeah, the design is slightly more like 3D now, isn't it? It kind of fits being in the real world a bit more.
No, please. Come on.
And she thinks they screwed her over, yeah. Oh. Oh, she is like a spirit or something?
Didn't want to see my parents' grave alone.
I see.
Her name is Sister Helly, and it's like the first half of that is hell, so there's something going on with her.
I say it's time to test the cream.
Wendell looks great in this suit.
Time to eat dirt, Sparky.
Then I'm just gonna like bring up a bunch of zombies or something, are they? If there's no souls remaining on the bodies. I wonder how they animated that liquid, because it looked like real liquid, but it still looked like it was being absorbed. Oh yeah, because he was drowned.
Thank you, Lord, for this miracle.
Okay, so he's still got his humanity and his memories. Obviously his head is still down here because he was hit. Yeah, just fix him up with some makeup and he looks brand new. Although his head still isn't in the right place.
And all your neighbors around here gonna pay for it.
I need to show you something.
Yeah, it's not exactly a great neighborhood to be doing this.
Raise all the dead you want, but there's no one here to pay for this fair.
What's to stop us from putting your janky ass back in the ground?
Yeah, they can still hold it over people.
He's right, Lane. We need our own council members to win the vote.
Oh, bring them back. They get the vote. And then they can get the money off the Klaxons.
Enough to build our dream fair? With all the trimming?
And they've got proof it works with level best here.
Why do you care about me?
I care because I was just like you.
Oh.
So an ex-Hell Maiden? Or an ex-orphan?
You are the prison people.
Why, yes. Private prisons. With trauma therapy, full detox.
Yeah, maybe that's what her parents tell her, but that's not the case. Yeah, it doesn't seem there's actually anything malicious with Siobhan. Maybe she's just a bit naive of the truth, though.
It's your very own Father Best's reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
Oh, what's that a reference to? Greatly exaggerated my death.
Hostage situation in Headmasters.
What?
Penguins deployed.
We're not holding you hostage.
I guess if his plan goes ahead now, he doesn't really need her here under that program, does he?
Made me summon demons just so you could add them to your stupid collection.
I made you my right foot of justice.
Okay, it's demon hunters.
It was wrong.
That was cool. Doing the old Bart Simpson. You see the difference in their handwriting there as well. That was a cool detail.
Sounded just like him on the phone.
Couldn't have been. We drowned him right here.
Yeah, he must be aware that they were the ones that murdered him, right?
We raised Padre here from the dead.
Now they can raise The old guard member.
And if they raise the guard members, you know, one single vote, that's plenty of payment for being raised from the dead, right?
If you raise anyone else in the cemetery,
It's no fun fair.
Ah, there we go. They still can't raise them. Oh, is this finally Cat coming to meet them, maybe?
Where were you?
Hell, baby!
Stop, stop.
They're so short. I didn't realize how short they were.
Oh, that's our secret sauce.
That stuff will bring my parents back?
Yep.
Great.
I love Wild's design. The chubby cheeks.
Fine. I
Oh, that's really cool. Oh, really? That was enough to wake him up. Okay, so they've got some like original songs in here as well. Unless this is a song I just don't know. See, these are people that have been dead a lot longer. They're not just gonna be zombies and skeletons. Oh, they've just got all the equipment though to pretty them back up. They need some like fake skin on them or something as well. Yeah, it seems like they don't really have much of their humanity left either. Not in the same way that Best did.
Rust Bank needs some bright colors.
smells so good, Mr. Fox.
Oh, they're old family friends. Yeah, so Raoul is gonna go in and do it himself. Although, yeah, her mum looks much better than the other guys. She still has all their skin at least.
Well, wake up, you bums.
Yeah, Bells is gonna realise now. You should just accept it and go bald or something. Now that her parents are back, maybe they can expose the Klaxons. Yeah, they can't even talk or anything. Imagine how disturbing it would have been if her parents were still like that as well. Like they were woken from the dead, but they couldn't like communicate or anything. Oh really? Her hand's not allowing it. Does she get her music taste from her parents? That makes a lot of sense if she does. Yeah, all of these ones that she's missed.
Mom, Dad.
Yeah.
Cat!
Is the hand like attacking them?
Just got you back.
Friends are like family, Cat.
We do?
Yeah, you gotta go help Raoul.
I'll take care of Raoul. You two just stay in the house where I can find.
Yeah, now she definitely is gonna be super protective and try and keep them safe.
If the Klaxons found out, our fair is toast. You gotta tell the Padre. No, you have to tell him.
Well, they can just keep them a secret from the Klaxons or something, you know? How would they know? Oh, make it look like they've been eaten. That's clever. Oh yeah, because she swore to keep that promise. Every time she's breaking it, the hand is intervening. Okay, that makes sense.
You took my last 2 sons to the land of the living.
It'd be really cool to see him up in the overworld if he's like giant as well.
You too?
That's right.
Yeah, let's learn some more information about this.
Manberg, we need your help.
Oh, can he heal her? Remove the curse on the hand or something?
Bloodbind could kill you.
Just do it.
Okay, they're bloodbound together. But it's kind of spreading it between the two. She's taking some of the burden.
You lost your mind?
I have to, Fauci. All living council members get to vote.
Are they really living?
All those in favor of Klaxcorp prison, raise your right hand.
Oh, yeah, he didn't have a right hand.
We finally won the vote.
It looks like they're just turning the whole town into a prison.
Provide crap food, crap medical, dangerous conditions, and zero rehabilitation.
Yeah, exactly.
We love those break the cycle kids. Possible for them to succeed there.
So they go straight into their prison, yeah.
You're really going to do?
They've just got the whole, like, cycle sorted, yeah. I do love these, like, shadow puppet memories that have kept showing this kind of 2D stuff. At least she did actually have some like positive role models. Like with Miss Hunter.
No.
And that's what got her put away, yeah. Punishing the kid that was bullied and retaliated, yeah. She's fighting herself, yeah.
You've tortured me for years. But you made me a survivor.
Yeah, she's breaking free. Oh, okay. She went through the wall. Yeah, where is she? Is she through into like Belza's world? Yeah, she's not just killing this past version of herself, she's showing compassion towards it, what she needed at that point. Yeah, that's more acceptance than actually just destroying it. That's a really great moment, actually.
Your power.
Yeah, she's already had glimpses of this power. And then Helly's power was her like going into this little like snake form that she had.
Soul jockeys!
Oh god, the voice actor for him isn't the voice actor from Crash Bandicoot, is it? That sounded very familiar there. For the mask, Aku, what I think the mask name was.
Talk to me, Helly.
You don't get to smack me.
That was a really cool attention to detail. It looked like the skin was like wrinkled from like the moisture of them holding the hands for that long.
This maiden needs a moment.
Fine, but don't be long.
Yeah, she's gonna make an epic arrival in the finale just when they need her most.
KK? It's...
Yeah, Siobhan knows what's up. Maybe she can help now.
All right,
1, 2, boom!
Yeah, they're not exactly the most powerful or intimidating.
Turn around and
You disappoint me, Father.
Oh no.
I mean, they still need to die of it, though, like, go back to in the ground. It's like they're not compatible for the real world.
But they already paid us.
Is it fake money or something? It's like a two-headed dragon. They were both dragons. Oh, that was her seeing the future.
What's going on? Elroy?
And here's Belza coming out. How big is he gonna be? 'Cause we saw how short the other two were.
my greatest pride.
Yeah, of course. I don't think he's really gonna have the proper equipment to take him down.
No, you don't!
This must have been a huge set and model for this. They've obviously got a smaller one for Sparky than his usual model.
Well, why wouldn't we?
I love how like squishy his hand looks.
My scream fair did not need some radical new design.
Does now.
Yeah, it's gone now. They do need a new design for a screen fair.
A parent protecting their child.
From two dragons.
There were others before you that ran away.
Yeah, he's been a bad dad.
Hell with them, I said. They'll be back, tails between their legs. But they never came.
Oh, those are the ones that are in the jars.
Is that you, Belissa?
I have all your missing children.
Go on.
So they can make a deal.
Reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
He's dead again?
I gave him plenty of cream.
Is there only a time limit?
Boys, that stuff just don't last.
Yeah, she's gonna have to say goodbye to her parents at some point.
What if that last bit of magic could help save...
Yeah, she needs to learn to let go and say goodbye.
Raul raised a dead brew worker.
Oh, a witness.
Yeah. Yeah, she's gonna have to say goodbye to her parents. It's gonna be very emotional, isn't it?
Siobhan promised Mummy she'd come.
We have to start, God.
Governor Bribes.
Was her name Governor Bribes? These lot are gonna fall apart eventually as well, though.
Go! Crush them! Oh!
Her own daughter, wow, yeah. If only Belzer had stayed behind to help. I love all the music. They're really hyping you up for this like fight scene. Yeah, they were just gonna push back. And the future she's seen is being unwound.
Oh, soul jockeys. Dad must have said that.
Yeah, so he is helping.
Officers, you're witnesses.
Wait! It was all her doing. My wife's the murderer.
Right, there goes the wig as well. Yeah, it's their time to go.
Mom, Dad, tell us.
See how the lighting is just focusing on them there? The brightness kind of came down a bit there.
Russ Banks coming back to life.
Yeah, she can redo up the brewery.
Folks coming home.
I like the incorporation of 2D animation a lot in this as well.
You know, once our dream fair gets built, it's gonna be about the best afterlife, upstairs or down.
Yeah, they can still enjoy their afterlife.
I was supposed to hate myself for the rest of my life. Mom, Dad,
Look at this, like the northern lights behind them.
I'm a Hell Maiden with amazing friends. Even you, Wendell Wild.
Okay, so that was Wendell and Wild. That was really great. I mean, what do you expect from a Henry Selick and Jordan Peele collaboration like that? Of course, animation side, all really gorgeous. I love the uniqueness of the designs. A lot of them, they had kind of sharp edges, like they'd have a sharp jawline or things like that. They were really cool and unique designs. Reminded me a bit of the kind of stop motion in Paranorman, that type of thing. I always think stop motion works well for these like more spookier tales as well, doesn't it? And I liked the combination of different animation styles. We had a bit of like papercraft in there with some of the souls. We had some 2D animation that was almost, it looked like it was almost projected onto something when we were getting that moment of Cat like looking into her past and fighting against herself, you know, and then eventually accepting herself. That was a really cool moment. There was like it was 2D animated, and then they'd projected that onto a 3D model. That looked like the technique that they were using there. And I think there was a little bit of CGI in here. It looked like when they first went into the fair, into Belzer's fair, it looked like the kind of roller coaster, the actual carriage, it looked like that was CGI perhaps, but I'm not exactly sure. It did blend in very well. It was hard to notice, but I think that one might have been CGI. There probably were a few other bits here and there. You know, with the difference in scale between Belzer and all the other characters, I do wonder if there was any CGI there, or did they do some like forced perspective tricks that could be really cool as well. Like when we see Wendell and Wild in his hand, like did they build a giant hand that had that squidgy texture, or did they like green screen those two and then have a hand model? You know, there's a lot of things that are interested in the production side of it that I'd love to know. But then on the story side, of course, from a Jordan Peele script, script, you've got to expect some sort of commentary there, and this is very much about the prison industrial complex and how it leads to this kind of cycle. You know, they had purposely planned them starting off as the juvenile kids in the school, in that program, and then they're planning on just mistreating them, so they end up in the prison where they can just rake in their cash. You know, that was a really good like commentary on that. And then also how that kind of destroys these communities, these minority communities, to which the town, it seemed like it was, and the town had been like destroyed through the prison coming in, through Clax Corp. And then Clax Corp, the name, of course, when you replace a C with a K like that, I think it was very obvious that it was like a homage to the KKK. Like, obviously they're not like Klansmen and it's like a company, but the name makes you think of that, doesn't it? They're actually British, not American, so it was different than the KKK, obviously, but I think they're trying to lead you towards that. And it was funny, Siobhan's dad, Lane, he was just Boris Johnson. He was just a black Boris Johnson, wasn't he? Like, they weren't hiding that at all. I'm not sure if the mum was supposed to be anyone. There wasn't anything that like completely jumped out at me straight away as soon as I saw her. Obviously he was Boris, but I was like, is she supposed to be someone? It wasn't as obvious, but his design was really funny. And as I said, I loved all of the designs. I really love Wendell and Wild themselves. They kind of have a few different forms throughout the film. You've got those ones where it's like just their head, and the head is kind of squidgy and deformed when she's seeing it in that vision. And then you have the version of them in the underworld where the faces are almost like flat. That was really cool. And then they have their more like 3D form, which was a bit more well-rounded and filled out, which looked really cool. I especially loved Wendell in his like suit and everything. He looked real dapper. They both look great. I thought I'd recognize a few voice actors there. Belzer, I thought that was actually the voice of Aku Aku from Crash Bandicoot, but I looked it up and it's actually Ving Rhames, who you will know as Marcellus Wallace from Pulp Fiction. That's probably his biggest role. Of course, James Hong was Father Best. I didn't recognize him, I just couldn't think of the name right away. His voice is like so iconic, and it does seem like the character designs are based on the actors a little bit as well. He did kind of look like James Hong, and then Wild looked a lot like Jordan Peele himself, didn't he? I don't think Wendell looked as much like Keegan-Michael Key, but you can tell there's like the inspiration there, isn't there? I really like the ending here. It felt like maybe it was a little bit grander than some finales of like stop motion things, especially if you compare it to like Coraline and Nightmare Before Christmas, Henry Selick's other work. I do wish maybe Belzer like came in a big moment. You'd have a big fight with Belzer. Or there's this moment when the plow is driving towards the water tower and they're all holding it back. I thought they could have extended that moment a little bit more, just to have like all of our cast of characters that we've got to know, have them all there, all helping, all pushing together to fix the town, you know. I think that would have been a really good moment, but it was still good. You know, we still had Kat and her parents and Wendell and Wild pushing against it, and then the Soul Reapers like come in and take them away. Although the parents are going to be dead, we still do get like a little bit of a happy ending, knowing they're going to be there in the afterlife. You know, it's confirmed that there's an afterlife. They're going to be enjoying themselves at Wendell and Wild's new fair. But even though we know that's going to happen, there was still an emotional moment, that like final goodbye. I didn't cry, but there was like something welling up there. That was a really good moment. I do feel bad for maybe judging Siobhan a bit too early. You know, she was so nice when Kat initially showed up. I thought, oh, is this just her like putting on a bit of a front and she's actually mean, or she has some ulterior motive? But she did actually genuinely care about her and seem quite nice. She even stood up to her parents when she realized what her parents were doing with the whole prison complex. And I had already heard before watching this that this film has a lot of representation, which it did. We had Raoul, who was trans, he had transitioned. You know, I first saw him and I was like, wait, isn't this an all-girls school? It just didn't click right away. I saw him he had his notebook open, and I was like, oh, his name's Rahul. I saw it written on the thing, so I was like making a note of that. I was like, wait a sec, this is an all-girls school. But yeah, that makes sense. You know, Siobhan was a bit mean there. She said she was accidentally dead naming him, but that seemed like it was on purpose, and then she was just like feigning ignorance. She wasn't like completely fine, but she had her redemption at the end. And then there was like Native American representation here. We had the guy in the wheelchair. There was loads of representation here. I know there'll be some people who will complain about it and say it was forced or something. I don't really feel like it's forced, especially when it's a story that has all original characters anyway. It's not like they're changing someone's race or something that's like an already established character. I don't see how you can complain about this. Of course, there will always be people who complain about like how woke it is. This was very woke in like the story itself, but it'll be mainly people complaining about the identity politics, won't it? If that ruins the film for you, I don't know what to say. Like, how miserable can you be that that is what ruins the film and not like the actual content of the film? I don't know. It was really cool learning a bit of like the mythos behind it all. You know, we had Miss Helly, who was also the same as Kat. They both had the same marking, and then they became bloodbound at one point. Learning a bit of all of that mythos was really cool. When she like took Kat away, I was hoping there'd be like a bit of an exposition dump there, just so we could learn a bit about the world and the history, all of this going on with all of these demons and things, which we did learn a little bit, but I feel like it'd be nice to learn like even more about it. We got like a bit of a hint of the merciless devil hunter or demon hunter, so it was cool exploring some of that history there as well, all of this kind of mythos around the demons and everything. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like or a comment, and if you really loved it, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date for all of the future uploads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.